Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Welcome to the 1960s. I have successfully chrono shifted myself back a couple decades, more really 5 decades. And if you're wondering what's going on with the background, that's I'm with my in-laws for the time being for the next 3 weeks. And with me, I've got my trusty laptop. I mean, trusty insofar as that it hasn't broken down over the span of 2 weeks yet. That's a good sign. And I'm also having my recording gear with me, so time to do some casts regardless. If they're not gonna turn out nicely, I'm just gonna discard them, add them to the pile of discarded footage. With that out of the way, this is another leg of the playoffs for the RAGL Season 10 Masters. We already got to establish that GOAT is going to be facing one of these two players in the finals. But yeah, this is going to be a hotly contested best of 5 between the bottom right, spawning in stealing Anju's thunder and colors. Nah, he's also an avid pink player. It is Mr. Upps. Referring as stupid here, but most certainly Upps, and he's gonna face off against Mr. Big Bad Bain, who has dropped the big and the bad. I guess just simplifying. Alright, so Bain spawning as the Brits, as is customary. Sorry, I'm also the audio might be a bit weird because there is a lot of echo and I'm currently on like 2 square meters. This is going to be my new temporary office, so bear with me there. And yeah, if the audio is not great, I'm going to be back in 3 weeks, so we're going to be back to normal settings. Upps is playing as Germany, so both of these players actually playing as their respective countries, which is a nice touch. But when does RAGL ever go to late game? So I'm not expecting chrono tanks, not holding my breath exactly. Seems like, yeah, if I were to put some money onto the openers, I would bet double ref versus double ref, because both those players are very well known for their early aggression. A couple medics in the mix for Bain. Always a risky proposition. You want them to keep your frontline infantry patched up. But at the same rate, if there is a good light tank timing, it might swing in the opponent's favor. Might actually play into their build and cards. But lots of early rocket soldiers for Upps. This leads me to believe that this might be either a really defensive build, or he's going for an early tank bust. Let's see, because usually around this timing, you don't expect 4 rocket soldiers out. That's quite the commitment. That's the equivalent of 12 rifles, and just imagine what you could do with 12 rifles on the map right now. Yeah, Upps messed up his war factory timing big time, huh? Just got it online right now, and there's already a harvester almost out for Bain. Might just be a macro slip up. 10 seconds or something? No, more, 15. Map evenly split for the time being, and there is no more contestable objectives. Always good to just position one rifle scout in the backlines, because this Derrick is very exposed. No build radius, and if your opponent manages to sneak an engineer there, it's just a freebie. And it's easy to overlook, yeah. Upps is already trying. He's trying hard. Okay, light tank build versus, I think I've seen a just harvester build. So this might play into Upps' favor. Ooh, light tank ranger, the good old 1-2 punch. He's not playing it too aggressively with a light tank, which is something that I really like. I really like Upps' positioning right here. He's just positioning the ranger in the middle as a line of sight enhancer. Ooh, should pull the light tank back now. Taking a chunk, but not dying just yet with the ranger. Can still stay on. Oh, that's so good. Forcing an engagement out of Bain there. Ooh, needs to move the light tank. Wow, this light tank has held firm for quite some time. What was Upps doing there? And conversely, what is Bain doing here? Is it just... Huh? We've got the hands off the wheel now? What? Upps normally has decent micro. Is this lagged out or something? Did he just receive a call from his grandma that Schnitzel was ready? That was awkward. That was terrible from both players. And that's not something we're used to seeing in RAGL. If you pull this shit against GOAT, you're out. At the end of the day, favoring Bain. Let's check. Army tab, combat tab. Like, the only explanation I can come up with here is that he was busy deploying something like his macro refinery But this was just outright terrible. Look at the veterancy. First medium is coming out, and there's only now an MCV for Upps. Well, that was an Upps indeed. Oh no. Gets an oil derrick as a just an extra bonus. An added bonus here. You know what? The engineer though. I'm noticing that Bain is playing fast and loose, not queuing up any field defenses at the time present. Ooh, wow, the medium tank survives. Lucky break. This is going from bad to worse for Upps. 2 mediums in makes now. I honestly think he can't hold this. Unless Bain decides not to push in anyway. Let's keep close tabs on this little purple dot on the map, because that's gonna be the big ticket if he manages to strike it. And nope, the answer is no. All right, that was an attempt. I should scroll with the mouse keys again. I'm so not used to casting anymore. Haven't casted in a while, except that one comeback cast that I did a couple days ago. Right, macro refinery deployed, but in a very, very contested spot. And Bain is already starting the wall of pain. Pain train terminates here. Upps should know he's behind. Right hand side, the army's closing in. Left hand side, he's constricting the... Oh no! Oh no! Pillboxes might finish the job. This is such good positioning from Bain. Medium can soak up all the DPS here. He's gonna get pushed out there, but that's fine. He can always reinforce with more units. And on the right hand side, this is the big one. Might force a panic reaction though. Okay. Bain has been successfully pushed out here. Attack move is coming through, or assault move is how it's called. Correctly, the politically correct version. Ranger going in, and in comes the army. Yeah. Ooh, the MCV is running foul of an entire army right there. Upps needs to step up his micro big time if he wants to come out victorious. But I don't see it. I'm not seeing him coming back from this. Yeah, Bain can just take out the refinery and pull back. This army has basically just sniped the refinery for free. He's gotten 2 more bases here. This is a very well fortified position. Upps cannot push into this under any circumstances. He's going for the main base now, but that is futile. What's it? Oh no, he's got retreat order anyway. This is an entirely dead army, completely for free. Oh, oops. I don't know. Those were some micro slip-ups we've seen there. Quite some micro slip-ups. And in comes the wall of steel. The English steel hammer, just pounding him into the ground. Yeah. Good night, sweet prince. We hardly knew ya. Alright, Bain is in such a great position. There is only 1 army left for Upps. 2 armies and counting. For Bain, his medium tank count is vastly superior. He's also going to be taking a 3rd base. Just look at the map layout. This is devastating. Long distance mining. Oh, nothing is going in Upps' favor at all. Yeah, I don't know what the early engagement was. But this is a best of 5, so there's always a chance at a comeback or a redemption arc. Those 2 players are fairly evenly matched at the end of the day. Oh, nice. The medium just gets a little freebie, trying to pull the army apart. Yeah. Okay, that's smart. Bain is not overcommitting, he's splitting up his armies. He knows he just needs a little detachment to scare away this 1 tank. And he's gonna be golden. On the right hand side, completely undefended eco. Ooh, those eco lines are looking mighty juicy right now. Little tank patch up. By the way, something you should always do is put the service depot in the same hotkey or at the same rally point as your war factory. That's something I like to do. So my freshly repaired tanks can always just join the front lines again. It's so useful. Just a little micro tip there. And speaking of micro tip, if you feel overwhelmed by an army that's coming in like a sledgehammer with at least 5 tanks, pull back. You're just gonna lose more and more assets. Alright, he manages to hold for now. Nope. You don't want to knock on this front door here. Left-hand side, completely constricted. The camo pillboxes are coming out. That's always a good indicator of a GG. Bain is playing it so smart. He is playing it by the numbers, by the books. He's got 3/4 of the map. He only needs to suffocate him in terms of economy and not die to an all-in push, but like, I'm not seeing this at all. He's just getting all his armies into position. Oh, that's so great. This MCV is forfeit. This is a time for a sell order. Good night, sweet prince. Oh no. Well, let's go. Exactly 1 MCV left. Ooh, Raiderdome is coming out. You can just see how cutthroat RAGL matches are, because Raiderdomes are so incredibly rare. It's just the fact that the Raiderdome sets you back 1.8k, and yeah, in a match where you're just competing with your opponent on such an even playing field, those 1.8k can make all the difference. So traditionally, if you don't want to go for a super risky build, it's a War Factory or bust, or just a tier 1.5 or bust. Right, that concludes game 1. Very methodically played from Bain after this terrible start. Wait, I'm having a bug. My camera is automatically zooming, sorry, that's just whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the game. Okay, that leaves us with a 1-0 up for Bain. We're gonna be back with game number 2 as soon as I get my camera or my OpenRA fixed. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Game number 2 is being played out on Winding Woods, and wouldn't you know it, the camera has reset. The bug has fixed itself. So Bain this time going for the Frenchies. And yeah, Upps is sticking with Germany. Can he make French toast out of Bain this time around? Can he French press him? Would be interesting to see. I love those signs, by the way, those neon lit signs just displaying this is an RAGL map. Stay back, don't land on these shores. How was your day, Buttercup? Ooh, the sexual talk. I'm seeing the palpable sexual tension here already building. Alright, Winding Woods. I've had a terrible success rate in this one. As have I on many other maps, just for the record. This season has not been kind. So there's 1 hospital, there are 2 derricks, and those derricks are very easily snipeable. So this is a map where you can get away with skipping an engineer. Also those civvies just, that's the Corona hotspot. Everyone just standing around the hospital. Yo, are they at least practicing safe distancing? Let's see. Social distancing. Oops. I'm having to make do without my... Oh yeah, they're practicing social distancing, it's fine. Having to make do right now without my F keys working. Okay, he spots a lot of power plants. I love this. Play whack-a-mole with power plants. There is exactly one correct power plant, one real power plant. The rest are just fluff. It's annoying to push through, honestly, but at the end of the day, ooh, this is a Ranger rush. But I don't know, like, I think they cost 50 a pop. That's what, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's basically expended 6 rifles worth of fake power plants. Doesn't really do you any good. Oh no, engineer hunting? Thank you, good sir. He's just reimbursed himself for that terrible fake purchase. Building a Potemkin village. Right, double ref here on this side. Second refinery has been sold off, and this time the War Factory timing is not off anymore. He's countering Ranger with Ranger. Yeah. Sometimes you can go for a light tank as well. He's again building lots of rockets, so this just seems to be his go-to build. Okay, fair enough. This fake power plant spread is growing. For those of you wondering who are maybe new to OpenRA, that doesn't really help you. It looks like a wall, but they have negligible health. Fakes have 10% of the actual health pool of the real building, and considering that the power plants are already the squishiest building in the game, this doesn't do much. Oh, he could have blown up. Oh, it was such a nice try. I know what he was going for. Bain was trying to blow up the oil drums and get him caught. So this is something that has been part of the balance discussion for a while. People wanted to make damaged vehicles move slower. Right now that's not the case. Oh no, service depot has been purchased just in time. Upps is scooting on out of there. On the harvester of Bain is going on a little foraging mission. No? Okay. No infantry all-in push led by a harvester? I'm disappointed, my friend. But the economy this time, like this build didn't pay off big time. Economy this time favoring Upps. His service depot timing, because he went triple ref. So this actually is still a great timing for Bain because he gets out his MCV much faster. In fact, oh my lord, it's like a minute faster. This does not bode well for Upps. If he doesn't make something work off of his first medium tank, I'm predicting him being far behind in the eco department. Upps at least retained his oil derrick, so there's a little consolation price. But you can't put a price tag on getting out your expansion earlier. You can in fact, but I'm not gonna do the math. I'm not the guy to crunch the numbers, I'm just the guy to report on the facts after they happen. Infantry right now, yeah, that's favoring Upps, that's fine. Not the biggest deal. So at the end of the day, it has been quite a calm early game despite all these shenanigans. Pop goes the Ranger. I'm noticing Bain staying away from building field defenses this time around. It used to be that he always had field defenses ready off of double ref, but seems to be he changed up his playstyle quite a bit. Maybe he doesn't expect too much early aggression from Upps, but Upps is an aggressive player. He has been known to pull the one cheese build or another. What is the army doing? My friendo? We need to get into position. Pillboxes are starting to pop left and right. So aggressive position taken on the left hand side. Uh-oh, lots of rockets here. That's fodder for the rifle push. This has been revealed. I've talked about those custom tiles before. I'm 90% sure they're custom tiles. They look so cool. Look really fitting. Oh, the medium is so low. Don't chase with that. That's quite an expensive toy to lose. Yeah, the entire army move out has been spotted. Ooh, he's lost a couple of rockets there. Not nice. No bueno. Wait, there's another Bain in the comment section? Who's that really? Oh, Antarctica. Very stealthy camouflage approach here. Force spearheading into the middle. Very dangerous, could get collapsed upon. Right hand side, ooh. Push onto the main base, relatively unprotected. Pillboxes are starting to get taken out. There's just too much armor here. Bain has a great position here to take out at least one refinery. Decide against it. Weird. Could have pushed through, but he didn't have caster vision. Very obviously. Alright, a little irate squad. Ooh, on the left hand side. Yeah. This engineer is practicing his cliff climbing skills, like free rock climbing. That guy definitely still hung over from the Olympics, I guess. Can't scale this cliff. But he's an NG. So I'm not expecting it, to be honest. Yeah, but the army advantage right now I would give to Upps, and he's got one death push here. That's one hell of a scary push coming in. Bain is probing the base again. No move out yet from the harvester. Okay, now. Good. Pulling back the harvester, hasn't lost anything of importance just yet. In comes a stream of rockets, but single file formation is always dangerous. You can lose so much in the single file formation. Good, crushes, nice tank movements from Upps. This time the micro on point. Left hand side, ooh, 5 mediums. 8. 5 more. It's a congregation of mediums. What's the correct word? God damn it. Like, English is so great in that it has, for each animal it has its own word. or whatever a flock or pack of animals is called. What's it for mediums? There must be something that we can use here. A parliament of mediums. Oh yikes, that's gonna dismantle the economy. I'm seeing the Upps stock plummeting. The stock market is in shambles right now. Alright, he's retained 3 harvests, it's not the worst, but he's definitely gonna lose his refinery. Counter push onto the top side. Oh, into the pill boxes. A wall of pills. Oh, what are they doing? The medium's completely indecisive, out of position again. Not the greatest micro for Upps. I don't know, man. Didn't look too great on paper. And I'm sure there's a combat tab to back it up. That's right. 4k over. Okay, at least this... Whoa, this MCV is completely forgotten about here. Ooh, that's big. Okay, that could swing things. No mechanic here to recover the husks at the time being. This would be a great position. Yeah. Upps is doing it, right? Go on. Yes, there's the mechanic. And also a really nice pick off, like the tail end of this. He's killing 2 or 3 tanks. That was a good comeback off a slip up. Of a massive slip up here. Wait, the husk is already timed out, huh? Alright. Main base is under peril here. This could be a good position, but the front lines are melting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Circling the wagons. Circling the wagons and closing in for the kill. Oh. The pincer maneuver. Completely turning the tide. I honestly would have given Upps the advantage here in this engagement, but didn't come to fruition. However, there's a radar dome out. Okay, this game is turning out super interesting. This is not over, not by any stretch. Tier 2 is gonna be pivotal here, because allies don't really get... Funnily enough, if as allies you forgot to tech, your opponent techs, you're super far behind. Because, obviously Soviets have a really easy and cheap counter to the tier 0 counter to the tier 2 spam, to artilleries and helicopters in flak trucks. Allies on the other hand don't. So if you want to stop allies with radar, you basically need radar yourself, or you need to prepare yourself to hunker down and just sit inside the vision range of your base and prepare to get pummeled by artilleries. So it's not going to be a fun time now if the production lines start working up some artilleries. Whoa. Bain has somehow rushed tier 3. I was completely unaware. Alright. That changes the equation. Now interestingly, as allies, tier 2 at tier 3 is easier to counter than tier 2 if you're 1 tier behind. Because then you can fairly easily get sniped relatively reliably by a longbow or by a stray arty shell. No longbow, a black hawk. Or a stray arty shell, but at the end of the day, still big tech advantage here. Plus it puts the clock on Upps because he doesn't want to fight against GPS. No one wants that at all. Phase transport, hell yeah. Okay, here I'm eating my words. Okay, this game is now officially awesome. Here I stand eating my words. I was not expecting tier 3 to come into play at all. 12-minute mark. Push onto the secondary expansion. That's probably going to be a dead harvester if Upps doesn't react. Doesn't pull out in time. Always pull out in time. Uh-oh. More harvesters. More harvesters down. Midline. Power going down. Oh, that's a blackout. First Black Hawk is here. Where is Tanya? That's all you've got. She's blowing up your base. Oh no. Economy dismantled. Engagement lost. War factory soon to be dead. Oh my lord. That is one hell of a cost-effective Tanya. Wow. Alright. Longbows are struggling to find a target here. And really good movement from Bain. Not fleeing to the north because there's a radar dome here. That was lucky as all hell, but I mean it would still have survived. The phase transport does have relatively moderately okay HP. Oh no, the phase transport in Tanya. Oh, this has gotten so much value. You need to counter with chrono tanks, my friend. It's the only option. You can chrono blink onto Tanya and immediately insta-give her. Just a heads up. Yep. Kiss it goodbye. Oh my lord. What a display. Tanya, that's probably her last stand, but holy cow, she's getting veterancy here. That is some mad veterancy. Alright, and into the phase transport she goes. She didn't get crushed, did she? I can't see the pip properly. Yeah. There's a red pip here. Holy cow, that was one hell of a play. Oh my god. Under the watchful eyes of the Black Hawk. Are you kidding me? That is Bain flexing. Seriously, that was awesome. Yeah. No way for a comeback here. No way he can salvage this. Longbow is gonna take out the Black Hawks, blinding the eyes of Upps, and after this, it's gonna be a very arduous road towards a comeback. Look at the combined firepower of those mediums. Like, oh, the medium pack is gone hunting. Going hunting. Can't stand up to this firepower. Can't match it anymore. I mean, look. At some point you gotta concede. I guess Upps is not the type of player who likes to concede willy-nilly, but this is just beyond over. What a display of tier 3. This was an awesome game. Where's the phase transport, by the way? Ooh, spilling spies as well. Those are Upps' spies. Okay, I mean, that's one. What's he gonna go for? Refinery? That's 500. Bain was broke. There was an attempt, I guess. Main base being dismantled. Is there more? Nope. GG. That is a 2-0 up for Bain. With that, that was an awesome game, and I'm gonna see you in game 3.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Game number 3 being played out on Nomad. An interesting map. Let's disable the shroud here because there are some gap generators going on. These expansions are hidden in the shroud. Now, one interesting tidbit is if you're allies, if you're Soviets, you can actually steal those. But obviously as Soviets you lack the means of aerial transport, so it's the map makers have fortunately thought of that, because having access to a mobile gap generator is super annoying. Not gonna lie, it's not the greatest unit, but if it's a freebie, why the hell not? So basically hidden expansions in the middle, 2 fairly easily snipeable oil derricks because you can shoot over the ridges, but they're safe to take, there's no oil drums around them, and the lines of sight usually favor the defender. So, splitting up his infantry forces is Upps, and Bain is going for a concerted push to the middle, going engineer first. Basically on a larger map, it's just that your engineer is going to be there a little earlier, but you risk losing him to like a dog rush. Not if your opponent is consistently picking Germany though, so there's that. Ooh, mirror match this time around. We're gonna see chrono tanks. All bets are off. After the last game, I'm not doubting it anymore. So taking the midline derrick first and then going into the bottom derrick. It's 2 derricks per player. Corners just feature hospitals. This is not worth it. You don't want to expend an engineer repairing the bridge and then transferring over and capturing. No way, Jose. What is this? What is up with this river? That's some serious pollution going on there. I doubt you want to smoke those fumes. Don't vape on the job, my friend. This should damage your health. I mean, that's how our future looks like in 20 years, boiling rivers. Yep. Sounds about right for 2040. War Factory rush from Bain. Ballsy move. I like it. Ballsy move. Let's see if it pays off against the twin refinery build. Upps is pulling back a bit too early sometimes. I think he should just issue the stop key and fight it out, because that was just 6 rifles. But it's always hard to assess how many rifles your opponent is going to throw into your way. So early scaling. Good choice on a map this large. Ore truck is coming in. Third ore truck plus another refinery. Oh wait, Bain is not building anything. Huh? He's not building anything from the construction yard. Double. Okay. This is special tactics. I like it. Double war factory early on. Is this the dreaded ore collector push? I'd like to see it. This could be an all-in, huh? Ranger is gonna scout it though, maybe. Not gonna scout anything too special just yet, but he's definitely gonna see that something's amiss. Yeah, weird double refinery, double war factory. Honestly, curious to see where this one goes. Fourth harvester is coming online right now. Fifth harvester already for Bain. I mean, his eco is gonna be crazy. But out of whatever you harvested, you already sunk 2k into another war factory. My lord. Ah, it's not happening. Okay, so mass mediums, I guess. Maybe just more pushing power. What is Upps going for? Just 5 harvesters, relatively standard build. And at the end of the day, wow. Service depot timings are identical because Upps went for an extra refinery that he sold. Out comes one ranger, just a safety net. And now nothing from the war. Huh. It's like I'm building double war factory, then I'm gonna refuse to build things from it. Okay, now with the advent of the service depot, that's gonna change. One MCV or mass MCVs? I'm honestly curious. This build doesn't strike me. I remember Shoutcast doing a similar build, but Shoutcast went light vehicle spam as allies, and it is moderately effective against an opponent who is not prepared. Because mass light tanks can overrun you if you lack the anti-armor capabilities. Ooh, Bain losing his ranger there. Not the best of plays. Upps still retaining his ranger and an engineer. Juicy. Very good. Upps is gonna lose his oil derrick himself though. So at the end of the day, it's just a transfer of wealth and power. As is frequently the case. Come on, select the rocket, I know you wanna do it. Yeah. There we go, now book it with the NG. Hell yeah. Peace. I'd honestly book it for now. Just repair and live to fight another day. Right, this is mass medium tanks from Bain. Power plant, probably another refinery, and then third war factory would be my guess. But it is a wonky build to be for sure. Yo, this church is on a great location. Just great architectural foresight from whoever built this. I like it. An accessible church. Wonder if you're gonna get to see the mobile gap generators in action as well. These, they have an interesting property. They also decrease the vision of any units in the field. A bit annoying to play against. Okay, this guy's gotten mad value. Just, is that a rocket or an NG? I think it was an NG. He's gonna get more. Oh, he ain't done just yet. Ooh. Nice double kill here. Upps definitely with a bigger army, which is weird, considering there's a double war factory, but you don't need that much armor. Your opponent has mass infantry. And Upps is going for probably 10-5. That is a lot of rockets. I'm not sure if he scouted this. Wait, we're gonna go into his vision for a sec. No, he's playing this blind, so maybe that's just his prepared composition regardless. But this death ball just hard counters whatever Bain is doing. This is just mass rockets all the way to the bank. Sure, mass mediums, but they melt so fast. The big advantage that the mediums have over rockets is obviously their mobility. So you can always be where your opponent isn't and outmaneuver the army. But it's also, if you get trapped once, you just lose your mediums if they just melt to this army. Left hand side though, pretty good timing. Okay, Upps didn't lose a harvester here, that's big. You should pull off a transfer though and also go for one more expansion, he needs it. Both are camping each other's natural expansion spots, that's an interesting spot to be in. My lord. Too many mediums on the dance floor. Can't handle it. Oh, this Derek got sniped. Completely forgot to mention that. Yeah, Bain is behind. It says his economy most of all. Upps is broke though. Both are, but Upps is broke a bit harder. Assets are even. Fairly even. Like 2k discrepancy, nothing to write home about just yet. And in comes a push onto the main. It's relatively undefended. This army, like I said, this army is mostly mediums. This can't stand to whatever Upps is fielding here. Yep, even pillboxes are gonna pop. Ooh, if he gets the service depot, yeah, service depot is gonna be so big. He's gonna get one war factory maybe as well. That's not the biggest deal because there's a spare one sitting around. But holy cow, scatter move coming out, nice moves, but now the wrecks are starting to block. It's gonna be harder and harder to get some good crushes in. Kiting from Upps even. Ooh, that was nice. Hit and run kiting. Just sniping a tank, moving back. Mediums are trying their best to book it and outmaneuver the army. Yeah, he's definitely Bain on the back foot because he has lost his production lines. Not building anything from a war factory right now. Because, yeah, if you lose the prerequisites for building something, you also lose the build queue. So those 200 medium tanks he queued up in the beginning of the game are now all but gone. Radar Dome out for Bain. Is it worth it transitioning? I honestly don't think it's worth it transitioning to radar tech because of the high density rockets. Bain just on the back foot here, and his army composition, whatever he does now, he is far, far behind. Radar Dome didn't do him any good either. Wait, did I hear Tanya? Is that a Tanya shot fired? Nah. Okay, counter push onto a very dry patch, but still 3 harvesters or 3 harvesters. Radar Dome down. Oh, the pillbox, the pill mill. A wall of gunfire. Ooh, this is gonna get wiped. So many rockets. Overwhelming with their staying power. Alright. Needs to focus on the Conyard. What is this army doing? Ah, he's repositioning, okay. Yep. Nice kiting this time around. Way better mic from Upps this time around. And another service depot snipe. That's so big. He's gotten the eco lines as well. Has raided 1 or 2 more ore trucks in the main base. There is a really sizable push from Bain though onto the main. But with line of sight disadvantage, this is going to get whittled down over time. Oh, those crushes were big. Most of the rockets were taken out, and now, yeah, the push has become toothless. It was a really nice attempt, but at the end of the day, it seems like Bain is running out of steam. What's the combat tab looking like? Very Upps favored. What's the eco looking like? Very Upps favored as well. Oh no! And the Conyard in peril. Is this gonna be it? Nah. Pillbox has the DPS to clean this up. Just in time. That's one hell of a low MCV right there. Bain is starting to sell off some assets here. Yeah, I can see why, man. Bain is on the back foot. You know what though? Let's count the expansions. 1 harvester here. Those 3 are not providing anything useful. They're not contributing. It's like every student's group at university, every group assignment. 3 people doing the same thing, and then there's this one guy. It's like, come on, please. Please, let's be productive. Alright. We all know that feeling, right? That one guy or girl who's holding it together. Ooh. Pillbox being highly efficient. Rat-a-tat-tat goes the pillbox. The push here got intercepted, but not before 2 mediums go down for nothing, basically. Let's check. Okay, 7 and 7. 1 Derek advantage for now for Upps. Yeah. Fairly even still. But it's the assets that are the big problem. It's looking like an all-in push to me. Oh my goodness, so many rockets. Ah, he's moving back. Good, good, good. Don't lose your rockets for nothing. That would have been devastating, losing like 7 or 8 rockets there. Ranger trying to help. Oh, Nice kiting. I really like the hit and run. Run and gun style. Good kiting from Upps there. Definitely stepping up his micro game, but not his macro. Look at those harvesters. Okay, Bain has finally transferred, and his army is gonna get cleaned up. Upps going to town. He's got exactly 1.5 bases left. Tanks trying to sneak into the back lines. I should use the arrow keys more, I'm aware, but that's something that it's a hard habit to break. 3 MCVs for Upps, but he's completely broke. He's got a Raider Dome out as well. So it's just looking all around good for him if he can fix his econ situation and just get a hold of the middle. Which is exactly what he's doing right there. Double turret. Right, that is a tank shredder. Turrets have insane DPS. Their output is just wild. Okay, and that is gonna be a victory march for Upps, breaching through the defensive lines. He's finally got enough to seal the deal, and I think that is gonna be too much for Bain to handle. Right? Or is he gonna stay in it? Yeah, GG. GG being called. He would have stood to lose his MCV there and his access to the midline ore, which would have been game, regardless of the tier 2. What an awesome series. Alright, with that we're gonna make a cut and take a break until I'm gonna cast the rest of the games next week. This was awesome. There is more where that one came from, and right now we're at a stage where Bain is 2-1 up. Definitely still has the match ball, but Upps still has a shot at a redemption arc. That was awesome. Thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, just interact with the video and give the YouTube algorithm praise be its name. Give it a thumbs up. Other than that, subscribe to my OnlyFans, subscribe to my bank account. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out. It's good to be back, by the way.
Terminated.